Ladies and gentlemen, Midsummer Screen is pleased to announce that our friends from across the Queensway Bay are once again hosting one of Southern California's most iconic haunts. Returning once more from the fog is the Queen Mary's Dark Harbor. Here to represent Dark Harbor are...
Are you people insane? Any idea? Do you like juggling live hand grenades with the pins pole? Do you like giving your numbers to track boys named Tanner and Skippy? No, all right? We all agree these are all horribly bad ideas. So why are you tempting the fates by inviting the most dangerous, malevolent, diabolical race in existence?
Because we love them!
Okay, but do you think it's just a bunch of actors over there in that tin can playing dress up? No! These ghosts are real! If we don't do anything, the ghosts can take...
Oh no.
I told you I was going to crash the Dark Harbor panel!
I want to check out the show floor, Skippy!
You cannot call me that in public, Mom! Okay, just give me a sec!
Don't forget to tell them about your stupid odd thing!
It's you too!
Norman Bates, hurry it up, will you? My face app is getting old over here. God!
Consider yourself warned! Remember what your friend Marty Roberts tried to tell you! And I will be holding seances on board the Queen Mary this October. So don't forget to follow me on YouTube. It's Spirits with Marty!
Okay, that will be just about enough of that. Sorry about the interruption, folks. And now, without further ado, here are your Dark Harbor panelists. Our first panelist is part Khal Drogo because of his huge hulking arms, and part Robin Aaron because he kind of disappeared last season and now he's back looking as hulky as ever. Please welcome executive producer Steve Sheldon. Our next panelist is part Neria Stormborn because she puts the Queen in Queen Mary. But she's also part Tyrion Lannister because she drinks and she knows things. Please welcome executive producer Charity Hill. Our next panelist is equal parts the Hound and the Mountain for no other reason than he looks like he could kick both their asses and the collective ass of everyone in this room. Please welcome production designer Mr. John Cook. Our next panelist is part Peter Baelish because I'm told he has a little finger, if you know what I'm saying. And part Arya Stark, not because he's a badass, but because whenever you ask him to do something, he says, not today. Please welcome our technical director, Mr. Adam Conga. Our final panelist is part George R.R. Martin because they bear a striking resemblance and I've never seen them in the same room together. And part Lord Varys because he's bald and reportedly is also a eunuch. In truth, he's all parts Jon Snow because he's the true King of the North, the one, the only talent director, Mr. David Wally. Your host for this panel. He's part Joffrey Baratheon because no one really knows how he became in power, and even dead, he's really annoying. And part Bran Stark because he takes up a lot of screen screen time, but he really does nothing but sit around and stare at everyone and creep them out. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain! Guess who's back? Back again. Captain's back. Turn up, friend. Isn't this You all look terrible.
Thanks.
No, like really, really bad.
It's been a busy year.
Bloody awful. No, I've been sitting in a chair for 2 hours and you couldn't spend 5 minutes spray tanning Wally. It looks like he hasn't seen the light of day in a year. For God's sake, man, look at you. Go outside. Little Adam Conga. Look at you. Did you know, everyone, Adam Conga used to sing tenor for NSYNC. Way back in the day. What happened to your boyish good looks? Did they go bye, 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 bye? Is that what happened? And John Cook. Look at you. How many haunts are you working on this year, John? Like 10, 20? I mean, lucky for you, LA traffic's not a bitch at all, is it? It's not like you live out in some urban hellhole like Rancho Cucamonga or something. Tell me, John. Tell me, how many times did you have to show your passport on the way in, John?
Actually, he does work or live in Rancho Cucamonga. I don't know if you know that, but he actually.
Oh my God, Conga! Really? You don't think I would tee up that joke without knowing the subtle irony of it? For God's sake, man! Who brought you anyway? What is this, your first panel? Little scared under the lights or something? Is that it?
It's warm up here, yes.
Steve, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Look at that. All right, Steve, I'm going to let you kick it off. Go on. Tell these people what's happening at Dark Harbor this year, and go.
Well, I don't know if everyone's aware, but this year we're actually celebrating the 10th season of Dark Harbor.
That's impossible. I've only been the captain for 8.
9 years there for me.
8 years for me?
Yeah, see, 10 years. No, not possible.
I actually.
You got something to say down there, Skippy? Huh? You should have gone before we went on stage. I told you that.
I know.
You got a weak bladder. That's your problem.
Yeah, I've actually been here for 10 years with Dark Harbor. Just FYI.
Really?
Yeah.
Just you?
And this guy over here.
Wally? Good Lord, Wally's been here since 1710. Wally was here before the ship wrecked. He was here before there even was a ship. I knew Wally when he still had hair on his head before it migrated south for the millennium and died on his chin. You really wrote me as a dick this year, didn't you? 10 years! Wow! I like how you're not saying anything and you're sticking to the script because you didn't write yourself a line until page 8. That's it now. We're waiting with breathless anticipation for this famous first line of yours. Page 8. We've seen a lot in 10 years, haven't we? Do you remember the village and the cage? Do you remember that stage show when I had to sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat, for God's sake? You remember that? We have certainly seen a lot, I can tell you. So, what else is happening, Steve?
Well,
I just thought of something. There was someone before me, wasn't there? Whilst I have always been in control of Dark Harbor, there was one before me.
Did he just say wildest? He said wildest.
It's Shakespeare, Conga! Get some culture! Shakespeare! Whilst. Or as you teenagers call him, Willie the Shake. Do you remember that she-devil, Steve, that pretended she was all that back in the day?
Bundara?
Bundara! Good was like she was a hornier version of Graceful Gale.
I get that one. I get that.
I don't think you do, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Goodness me. Steve, please save this panel.
You know, we're really excited this year. We're excited every year to bring what's new with Dark Harbor, but this year, one of the things that is most exciting for us is every year to try to develop new paths and new opportunities to open up areas of the ship that our Dark Harbor audience hasn't been able to experience before. And this year, we're introducing 2 areas of the ship that have previously been completely off limits.
Oh! I like the sounds off limits, because previously I've been off limits. I don't know what that means either. So, tell me about these off-limit places, Steve.
Well, in one of our mazes, guests are going to get to walk through areas of the engine room that they haven't seen before, including a path that will take them directly through door 13.
I love door 13. I mean, literally, technically, it is the most haunted place on board the ship. Yeah. In 1967, there was a crew member, 18 years old. He was literally crushed to death by door 13.
This is page 8, I believe. So this is where Half Hatch Henry was actually based on that character.
That's it.
That's
You built up 8 pages before you said a word, and that was your sentence. Half Hatch Henry is based on that character. Something that everyone who knows Dark Harbor already knows. All anticipation, no delay. Maybe you are George R. R. Martin. By the way, Half Hatch Henry is that person.
Of course he is.
Thank you. Monsters are real people. We have feelings too. We're not invisible. All right, so you mentioned that there were 2 places that people haven't been before. That was one. I'm hoping the other isn't Rancho Cucamonga. I am hoping, for Wally's sake, that maybe it's a gym or a salad bar. Hey, you wrote this script. Don't poo. It's up to you to figure out when I'm on script and off script.
Drinking game.
So, in addition to being able to walk through door 13 for the first time ever at Dark Harbor, this second one is, I think, what I'm most excited about. This year, we're going to be able to take Dark Harbor guests deeper into the bowels of the ship than they have ever gone before. When I say deeper, I mean literally 6 floors below sea level into the boiler room.
Boiler room. It's so spooky. That is the perfect place for a maze, Steve.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we love the boiler room. It's a great place for anything, but
Spit it out, Steve. What do you say? Oh God, Charity, you turned it into a bar, didn't you?
It's a secret bar! It's a secret bar!
It's not a bloody secret. You just told everyone.
I mean, how you get there, it's a secret. So you've got to find your way to wooden nickels and tokens that will take you somewhere in a maze. And if you can find the glass elevator that takes you 6 fathoms under the sea level to our most exclusive bar yet. My favorite.
come on, Captain, it's actually a really good thing. If it were a maze, no one would really get to spend any time there and enjoy and appreciate the majesty of the space. But because it's a bar,
Oh, because it's a bar, people actually get to spend time inside the boiler room and not just get pushed through in a conga line in a maze.
exactly.
I like it, that's good. You know what? I'm going to give you a token for that. That was exceptional.
Don't give them to us, give them to them.
Wait. These are the tokens from last year. Are you still using the same tokens? Or are they different?
Same.
Same. God, we're bloody cheap, aren't we? Congratulations, Steve. You get a token. I like that. I like the sounds of that indeed.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. So people will be in the boiler room.
Absolutely.
All right. Congo, where are we up to? You got the script in front of you. Jesus. Say something, man.
When you start riffing like that, I'm like, where is he going? I don't know what is happening. Bars. We're still talking about bars, Captain.
Oh, we're still talking about bloody bars, are we? I was prepared to move on. No, let's keep talking about bars, shall we?
Charity may have something to say to that.
Yeah, I know, Charity. All this bar talk, right? So, how many bars do we have this year?
13. Lucky number 13. We have 13 bars, and they're going to be spectacular. I mean, we got 4 secret bars. So again, you have to find your way to a token to get into these secret bars.
You know, we've really grown up over the years, haven't we? We started with 2 bars, then we went to 4 bars and 5 bars, then we had a secret bar in the maze, then we had a secret bar in all the mazes. Soon we're going to have secret bars within secret bars, Charity. We're like the Starbucks of booze. You really know how to throw a party, don't you?
Guilty.
Now, Popeye, before we move away from all the bars, speaking of Popeye, maybe throw Wally some spinach once in a while. You know, dial him a salad, brother. You know, all you can eat is just a suggestion. It's not a challenge.
Speaking of all you can eat,
Again, that was pretty much in the script how he wrote it. That was not it. No one believes me anymore.
all you can eat. We have an all-you-can-eat buffet.
All right. With all of these bars, Charity, I'm starting to doubt that you actually work for Dark Harbor. I think you work for like Uber or Lyft now. Is that right?
I do not.
You sure you don't have a family member, a BFF?
No, sir.
No? Do you have stocks in the company at all?
I wish.
Fine. All right. 99 bars is a great idea. For that, you will get a token. There we go. Congratulations. Now you can get into your own bar. Fine. All right. Let's talk about entertainment, shall we? Steve, are we going to be entertaining this year?
You are, but that's actually going to be a question for Mr. Wally.
Oh, Wally has decided to speak. Wally, what entertainment do we have this year? And can you also tell me when you're going to finish the last 2 novels of Game of Thrones, because season 8 is on you, sir.
We're going to have a lot of entertainment at Dark Harbor this year. Back on our fire stage, the big top stage, we're going to have our fire performers once again. We're going to have our sideshow performers, our magicians. Over closer to the ship, we're going to have the aerial ring, which will feature our aerial performances, hula hoopers, singers, musicians, and of course we have something else, the Queen Mary Sliders. Slider team is badass this year. You guys have no idea. These guys have been working out since before last year. They're going to be back this year with 2 shows nightly and also entertaining us all over the place. Dark Harbor, lots of entertainment.
You know what? That was actually pretty good. You get a token. There we go. A token for you. Well done, Wally. Nice work. Did you throw that away?
Didn't do it.
Did you throw that away?
Never would.
What did you make them out of? I can't even break it. That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for your entertainment.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Now, on a serious note, don't you think that the coffee cup that was on the table in episode 4 of the last season was really just a metaphor for how sloppy the showrunners had become?